Hi class, my name is Lisa Weigard and I'm one of the Hack librarians, and I'm here to give you an overview of the World Music Research Guide, which you are using for your research assignment for Music 104 for Professor Graybill. You'll notice that we have side navigation for the guide. I'm currently on the background information tab, and there are also links to books, articles, streaming video, websites, and then a link out to our official Hack MLA citation guide. I'm going to start on the background information tab. Linked to the background information section, we have links out to dictionaries and encyclopedias that can start you off on your research. I especially would like to promote the encyclopedias that are linked to this guide. So these aren't general encyclopedias like Wikipedia or something. These are very specialized. So they're good places for most of your topics to give you a good overview of your topic. What we call background information, okay? So they could provide overviews, they could provide ideas for keywords or terms that you might then use in our book catalog or in our other articles databases. They might link out to other sources on the topic, or at least include them in a list. And so they are great places to start. I especially recommend Music Around the World, a global encyclopedia, because it is an online encyclopedia. If you're able to get onto either the Harrisburg or Lancaster campus, then we have the print Garland Encyclopedia of World Music, which is a real classic work for the field of world music. Okay. Under that, we do have a couple of dictionaries if you were interested in definitions of a particular topic. At the very bottom of the guide, you'll see all the different ways that you can get research help from a librarian. You could chat live, okay, and that is 24/7. Although if the library is closed, you might end up chatting with a librarian from, say, Australia or the United Kingdom or something, but it is 24/7 chat help with a college librarian. You could also schedule to meet with a librarian. All right, and that would be through a one-on-one Zoom appointment. You can email us or you can text us. So lots of ways to get help from a librarian. All right, so next we're going to go to the books link of the guide. And at the very top, you're going to see a link to an ebook database called eBooks on EBSCOhost. I really suggest you check out this resource for sure, because we have found with a lot of our music and or humanities types topics, the books really are great types of sources. You don't have to read the whole book. A lot of students worry about that. Usually there's just a chapter or a section that you will be using. So I really do plug eBooks on EBSCOhost for your ebooks. Also on the books tab, I do have some featured ebooks that came from eBooks on EBSCOhost, just to give you some idea of the type of content that is included in there. And if you haven't selected a topic yet, it might also give you an idea. So you see we have K-pop, we have African music, we have music from the Balkans, Caribbean music, and so forth. I'm scrolling down to the bottom of the books link. You're going to see links to print books. So as I understand it, this is a virtual class. However, if you are taking any online class or any, in-person classes, then you are able to get onto the physical campus. That said, since it's only a quick transaction to go to a library, check out a book, and then leave wearing your mask, I would say that if you really find one of these print books to be a real draw, I'll go ahead and request it and then pick it up on the campus. And as you can see, we do have print books on Latin America, reggae specifically. We have a lot of reggae books, African Americans, Native Americans, Africa, Asia, Celtic, and Jewish. Okay, so those are just some print books that you might consider if you feel like you were able to come onto a campus. Okay, the next link on the guide is to articles. So when I link to articles, I get right at the top the articles databases that I most recommend for world music topics, okay? And so one big one is JSTOR. That is one I especially recommend, that's been especially helpful for world music students in the past, although, you know, you could look at all of these. They're all good for this topic. Master File Premier, Academic Search Complete, Arts from ProQuest, and then of course JSTOR, which I really love. Very academic. JSTOR is a collection of journal articles, and our collection of JSTOR journals are mostly in the humanities, which would include music. Okay. Next link is streaming video. Okay, so streaming video links out to Films on Demand, which is our largest streaming video collection. I have a feeling that you'll be viewing a number of videos in here just as part of your coursework. I do have links to particular music from different regions of the world underneath it, though. And then a couple also that link out to our Canopy collection of streaming video. Okay. The next link is the website link. Okay. And I have two categories of websites. First, general resources. So these could be good places to get overviews of a particular type of world music. Digital Library, Guide to World Music from the World Music Network, and a couple others that are there as well. The next section is for recordings. And so if you would like to use a clip, musical clip as part of your presentation, these are great collections where you can do that for free. Okay, so we see the Free Music Archive. That's a very popular one. World Music Archive from the BBC Three, and some others as well. One word of caution, if you are going to be using websites as a source for your presentation, is many of them are travel tourism websites, and so sometimes the treatment of the topic is really superficial, and they're not really sharing where they're getting their information. So I would be careful. Related to that, when you're thinking of using a website as a source, if you scroll down just a little bit to where it says rhetorical triangle and evaluating sources, this will provide you with some questions to ask yourself when you're considering using a particular source for a college level paper. So just some things to think about. I would say overall, I really encourage you to take a look at the music encyclopedias, especially Music Around the World, a global encyclopedia. From the books link, I would really suggest you search especially ebooks on EBSCOhost. For articles, any one of these would be great, but I would say especially JSTOR Arts and Sciences Archive collection. And your streaming video and your websites, I would say, would be supplemental to those. Okay. Also linked to the guide, we have the MLA Citations Guide. This is the official hack guide. So it'll take you out of the World Music Guide and put you into the hack MLA 9th edition guide. Okay, so you do need to cite your sources in MLA format. If you are new to this, you will definitely want to consult this guide. One particularly useful section of the MLA citation section of the citing sources guide are your citation examples. Okay, so if you click to citation examples, you could take a look at the types of sources they have listed here: books with more than 2 authors, for example, or ebook from EBSCOhost, or a database article from a newspaper or whatever, and they will provide you a sample citation of that type of source like this. See? Okay. So that is just a quick introduction to the guide. Please feel free to email me directly if you have any questions. I believe that Professor Graybill will have my contact information in your Brightspace course shell. However, for your convenience, I'll also provide my email address here. It's ejweigar@hack.edu. Thanks for bearing with me here, and I'll be also be creating a couple additional videos on how to use specific sources that I have linked to the guide. Thank you.